Alright. I'll explain it when I get to. It's literally any other Castlevania game.
Yeah, I was just asking psychoripper about the story behind Rondo of Blood.
Yeah, and that's basically Dracula comes back, Belmont has to kill him. That's it. Then he dies, and it's the end.
Well, he does. Well,
oh, did I just spoil the entire game for everyone? I'm sorry.
For those of you who don't know.
Yeah, those of you who've never seen Castlevania ever.
There's this guy, Dracula. I guess we'll have just a moment to introduce ourselves. Not sure if we're live on the camera or not, but
yeah.
We got psychoripper. He's the one who's going to be doing the run. The run. 100% Rondo of Blood. Really cool run, because most of the time you only see Richter in Rondo of Blood, especially 90%. 100% you get to see Maria move around a little bit, see her particular, like...
There's also not a whole lot of, like, Castlevania games that have 100% completion categories.
It's true. It's true. Helping him with commentary, I am Dragon Blitz. I'm going to be running Symphony of the Night, the sequel, if you can call it a sequel to this game.
Yeah, if you like Castlevania, there's more of it after this, so...
It's going to be sick.
Vor langer Zeit lebten die Menschen.
What did he just say?
He spoke German. I don't actually know what he says. For the record, it's German audio and Japanese subtitles. God bless.
I love this song. It's in Circle of the Moon too. Circle of the Moon.
Yeah, it's pretty popular Castlevania music.
Is it in any of the games?
There might be. I think maybe.
God bless Japan.
Yeah. Is there anything else we can practice while we're waiting? I don't want to do something that's gonna like spoil.
Oh yeah,
like
spoil
cool
the run.
strats.
It's true. It's true.
You ready? Okay.
Sick.
Hold on one second. First thing I'm gonna do here is I'm just copying this file over. This is 0% completion. Nothing has changed about this run. It's just gonna prevent me from having to watch the opening cutscene, so it saves like a minute of my time.
Yeah, for those of you who know the Super Metroid scene, they do something similar.
Also, I think it's appropriate we name this for the occasion.
Yeah.
There we go. So we're good to go? All right, cool. I'm going to give the countdown. So start the timer in 3, 2, 1, go.
Woo, let's go.
All right.
Speed runs.
So this is Castlevania Rondo of Blood. This is a Castlevania game that a lot of people don't know exists. There's good reason for that because it was only released in Japan on the Japanese TurboGrafx 16. So not something that people really came by in the early 90s. But this character here is Richter Belmont. He's the traditional Belmont character. You're going to see him for 2 whole levels. But the category itself, I'll explain while we're going on through this because it's pretty straightforward. What we have to do for 100% completion is beat every single level, every secret level. We have to unlock Maria, and we have to rescue 3 maidens. So there's a lot more to do than there would be in any percent or New Game Plus, the other two categories for this game. That's Death. You'll see him in a few stages. So yeah, this is the first thing. With Richter, there's a really kind of janky but interesting movement mechanic we'll be using here shortly called backflip canceling. Richter has the ability to backflip, and you can, at the end of the backflip, there's a little bit of a delay as to when you start moving again, but you can cancel that by using your whip. So we're going to be using that to get a little speed in his levels. This first level is pretty straightforward. We're just kind of going through everything and just getting to the end. It's very easy. Also, you notice I'm walking backwards. It just makes this easier.
Swag moonwalk.
Yeah. The movement's really nice when you actually pull it off. It's just really kind of awkward.
I mean, if there's one thing Castlevania games know, it's awkward movement to go fast.
But one other thing about Richter that's kind of interesting is, unlike other Castlevania games, your whip starts fully and upgraded. So that's kind of nice. That was also really bad. What I want to try and do here is get 2 whip hits off of each jump to kill this stone golem as quick as possible. But it's a little bit strict timing, so I gotta be careful. That was really good.
Nice.
But what the stone guy does is random, and it can influence how fast he dies. So we're going on to the first boss fight of the game, which is just this dragon in the background. We're just gonna get our way over here. Boss fight doesn't technically start until you're in this area and the dragon gets to the end of the screen. So I'm hoping he's going to do a certain thing because I do need to take a little bit of damage. And it's fine. I'll just have to delay it. Yeah, there's not much to say about this boss fight. It's a dragon. You throw axes at him. And you saw I took damage there. That was actually intentional. At the end of each level, you get a score calculation based on how many hearts you have and how much life you have. So if you have full life, you'll get a 1-up bonus, and that loses a few seconds. So if you can take damage without losing any time towards the end, you'll want to do that so you don't get that bonus. So that's the first level. Also, there is a more optimal, like, heart route and stuff you can do with this game, but I'm not going to be too worried about it because it only saves a few seconds, and I want to have extras just for safety in case something goes wrong because, you know, marathon luck. This level is the second one. This is kind of bad.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, that was not nice. There are birds right here. We do not want them to start moving, so we're going to be throwing knives at specific points so that they don't bother us because they're very random because, you know, Castlevania.
Flying enemies in Castlevania games they're not nice.
No, not at all. But it's kind of interesting because this level is actually the entrance to the actual castle itself. Normally in Castlevania, this would be like the first level for most of them.
Yeah, pretty strange how they decided to go about it. I guess they were trying to add some lore or, you know,
so as I've said,
story.
Backflipping is faster, but through these hallways there's randomly spawning enemies, and if we backflip at just the wrong time, we'll run into them and it will just be a mess. Oh, that was close. See, that's why I don't do that. So for marathon's sake, we're not going to YOLO this. We're just going to backflip whenever we see a zombie. And we're not getting a lot of spawns right now, so... Alright, just going to slowly walk backwards to this bad situation. Also, this is a TurboGrafx-16 game, so if a lot of things are going on the screen, it will get a little laggy at certain points.
But it's TurboGrafx.
Yeah, dude. Turbo. Alright, here's a cool little strat that we're going to do. It's going to save a couple of seconds.
Nice.
Just going to fling ourselves with that giant monster. And also, these zombies here are the worst part of this because if you just jump at the wrong time, they'll spawn, you'll get knocked into the hole, and then it's going to be a whole mess of shenanigans.
Good room, good room.
Yeah, it was alright. I wish more zombies would spawn so I could have backflipped more, but it's not a big deal. Alright. So now, at this level, you see we got a key in our sub-weapon area. It's not actually a weapon, believe it or not. It's a key to unlock a door, which we're going to need to rescue a certain character who we're going to be using for basically the rest of the game after this level. And one of the downsides to this category versus the other ones is there's significantly more cutscenes to get through. But, yeah, this is Maria right here. She's a 12-year-old girl who is going to basically plow through the rest of the game, and you'll see why we use her once this level's over. But this cutscene's a little bit long. Not really much to talk about with it, so if you want to go ahead and read some donations while we're doing this, go ahead. I also gotta say I love just how unbelievably 90s anime these cutscenes are.
Oni-chan? His face.
And I guess we don't have any donations at the moment. You guys need to get those things in because, what is it? Soon we have Metroid Prime or Metroid Prime 2.
Yeah,
y'all should donate for that. Both of them are great runs. I'm not saying you should donate for Metroid Prime 2, but you should definitely donate for Metroid Prime 2.
I don't know. Prime 1's pretty cool.
But I want to go against. I want to do, you know, the different answer.
You want to be the contrarian
Yeah.
here? Respect, respect.
Also, I haven't seen Prime 2 as much.
I have no clue what she's asking, but it's
I don't
anime.
either.
So anime.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is a Japanese game, so this is presumed that you understand Japanese and you know what's going on. Unfortunately, this anime doesn't have subtitles. I apologize.
Oh, yeah. Hey, it could have been dubbed, you know. God forbid.
Speaking of, there was actually a remake of this for the PSP.
Oh, yeah. We don't talk about that.
It's not a particularly good game. But anyways, this next boss fight is one kind of carries a theme with some of the bosses in this game in particular that are very random. And this one is probably the most annoying as far as being random is because it's not even that it makes it harder, it just you can arbitrarily lose time based on what he decides to do. He just kind of jumps around a lot. So hopefully we get good luck here. I also stacked up my hearts to have 20 so I can do an item crash, which if you're familiar with Symphony of the Night is a like super attack you can do with sub-weapons. This guy is... Yeah, that fireball's really hard to dodge for the record. Oh my god. This is not good.
Werewolves are jerks. You got this, let's go.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine. As long as he doesn't go in the corner. He's going to go in the corner.
Come on, what a
For
jerk.
some reason, he just doesn't take damage there. I don't know why. But that was the werewolf. That was pretty unfortunate. I missed a lot of attacks, but he was also kind of just going in bad directions.
You
But
know,
yeah,
1 HP left, super casual, no big deal.
it's just going to save some time. Save the frames. You know what else saves the frames? Is if you kill the animals at the end of Super Metroid. Make sure to donate for that, too. Alrighty, so now we've got a... I enjoyed playing with Richter, but we have to move on.
Bye, Richter.
We have a new member of this party. Her name's Maria, and she is very broken, to put it lightly. She has a lot of things that make her better than Richter, and I'll explain them all in time, hopefully. But the biggest thing between her versus Richter is she has the ability to roll, which is very fast. She also has the ability to double jump, which allows us to do some sequence breaks with platforming. She also has this attack right here called Guardian Knuckle, and it does a lot of damage. I'm just going to do this safely. I just messed up my jump there. That's fine. But the Guardian Knuckle attack is really awkward input, but it costs absolutely nothing to use. And it does a stupid amount of damage.
This is one of those differences being able to play as Maria that 100% has over any percent. Any percent you'd just be using Richter throughout the entire game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that rolling, as you can see, is faster than even Richter doing like the double jump, back click, cancel, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. It's cool. Some new
Yeah.
movement.
This is the Flea. This is a pretty universally hated enemy in Castlevania. Again, more random enemies. Alright, and so this walkway here has a lot of Medusa heads, which are also pretty notorious, but if we just backflip through the whole thing, we're never going to get hit by them, which is kind of convenient.
They don't spawn randomly. It's a pattern based on when you scroll the screen.
It's based on, like, a set amount of time, but they base where they go off of where you are. This is also not going very well. Come on, do the attack. My hands are kind of cold. It's making this hard to do. This input is really awkward, for the record.
Yeah, I don't blame you. If it's anything like Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, the way to do it is you do up, down, and then down forward. And on a GameCube controller, it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. Yeah, I forgot to mention, Maria actually has two ways to move fast. The cartwheel right here, and there's also a belly slide I'll show off here in a second. It's really cute. But before I do that, oh, it's a little low. I want to kind of take this boss a little carefully. So we're just going to grab this gigantic cake hidden in the wall. Yeah, in this game, when you play as Richter, you have like pot roasts and other delicious dinner meats
Wall
as
chicken.
your health.
Yeah.
And in this game, when you play as Maria, they're all replaced with like candies and cakes and other desserts. This is another really random boss. This is the Minotaur. This one has two things he can do that would be really nice. That was one of them, but I had a bad position. So we just kind of want to put him in the... oh my god, this is going so bad. It's not helping that I can't get this dang attack in. Okay, that's the worst attack right there, is when he jumps.
There we go.
I need to warm up my hands because this is becoming really hard to do. Like, no Johns or anything, but... Yeah, also, in case you didn't notice that, the bosses do a kind of final attack before they die. None of these will actually kill you. We just utilize them to bring Maria's health down. But there is one in particular case where that's not the case and it can actually kill you, but we'll worry about that when it happens.
If it happens.
It won't. I'm not going to let that happen. It's so easy to avoid. All right, so we're on stage 4.
More Fleamen. Oh,
More
God.
Fleamen right off the bat. This also has some really good music. This whole game's soundtrack is really good. Like, all the arrangements of the music are fantastic. That's the belly slide, by the way. It's slightly slower to belly slide. So hopefully we do this room right. Yes, got it. And we skipped that. Okay, so if we land on that switch where the flea was on, we'll actually trigger, like, a ladder appearing. We don't actually have to go on it, but it wastes a couple of seconds to set it up.
If you have time, I have a couple of donations to read.
Just give me 1 second because this
You got
one's
it.
a little bit tricky. Not this one, but the next one. The next room is the boulder room. This is one of my favorite rooms to do if it goes well, but it can go wrong, so kind of want to stand there to manipulate that enemy. Dang it, I missed that. Okay. So ideally, what we want to do is jump right onto this and get right there, but it was okay. I only missed one jump. Go ahead and read donations if you have them, though.
We have a $20 donation from the Shuver. Good luck on another exciting Smash the Record event. Oh, this will go toward Metro Prime 2. Good luck, Miles. And then we have a $30 donation from Gata Liu.
Hey.
Donating for a great cause. What more is there to say? Shout out to my man Psycho as well. Make your favorite idol, Makoto Kikuchi, proud. And then we have a $25 donation from Cal.
Right on. All right, so now we're coming up to an interesting boss, and this is one of the more interesting boss manipulations we can do, if I do it right. Knowing how I'm doing Guardian Knuckle right now, this could go badly, but this is the Doulahan, and if we do this a very specific way with certain attacks, he will always do the same attack pattern, which is very convenient. And we're going to just crouch and take this damage. If we crouch, and that was not good. That's fine, though, because he's just going to do this attack. I got backup strats, we're good. Anyways, if you crouch when you're taking damage, you won't like get flung or staggered. It's kind of like, for you melee people, a technique called crouch canceling. Kind of exists in this game. But yeah, that boss is pretty easy because he will always do the same thing. If you react appropriately to it, he should die pretty quickly. But now we're going on to Stage 5. Stage 5 is a pretty fun level. There is one boss at the end of Stage 5, however, that can be a real headache if RNG is not in your favor. But this level is kind of interesting because it takes place on a boat. Which isn't really like a castle thing at all, for that matter. We're just going to roll past everything right here because, again, rolling's fast.
Yeah, as far as the story is concerned, how did they get to a boat?
I don't know. Like, I would love to tell you what the story of this game is, but I don't know enough Japanese to do so. So we're just going to roll through here, and we're going to try and get to this quickly, but throw an attack right there. So that's really convenient to do, because if you don't get that right away, that sword puppet is really random. But luckily, if you just time your attack perfectly, it will always get hit, which is something that's really nice about Maria. Okay, I missed that. It's fine. And this enemy is kind of scary because if I screw up an attack and he gets next to me, it'll kill me instantly.
Oh, great.
Yeah, you get captured into the picture and like you shatter or something like that.
That's fair.
It's really fair. Alright, so this room introduces another random enemy.
No.
It's fleas, but instead they fly this time. Isn't that cool? We're going to grab this dragon sub-weapon here. It's going to be very useful for the next boss. It's really convenient that it's right there, and you have to do an attack on this guy anyways.
Oh, at least they die in one
They're
hit.
being nice. So now, remember that encounter we had with Death at the beginning of the game? Yeah, he still hasn't forgotten about us, so we're going to fight him here. I'm just going to grab a couple extra hearts in case I get really bad luck. So one thing with the Dragon sub-weapon is it's very powerful. It requires 5 hearts to use, but the damage you get from it can be kind of random. So you can get really lucky and do a lot of damage to Death at once, or you can get really unlucky and have to take a couple extra hits on him. So we're just going to kind of stand here, get some hits in. I think we're going to get a good... there we go. That's perfect. All right, we have to dodge these skulls because if they hit us, he'll send another wave at us. And obviously, it's faster not to have to do that again.
Oh, he looks mad.
Oh, he's pretty upset. Oh, that was bad. That was really bad.
Okay, there we go.
We saved it. All right, cool. Yeah, and he accidentally throws a scythe up and cuts his head off. What a guy. Alrighty. So that was stage 5, and we're now about to get another cutscene. This one's exceptionally long, and here's this no damage bonus. Unfortunately, I didn't really get a chance to take damage safely. This is the one boss that it's really scary to get hit by, because if you get hit by the wrong attack, you'll get knocked off the boat and die instantly.
Again, another fair game
But I
mechanic.
also didn't get a lot of like mini sides attacking me. So yeah, this is another cutscene. This is... I don't know who this character's name is. There's like 3 names for these female characters that you rescue, but I don't know who is who. So I just kind of give them all their own names. This is Purple Hero Nachan, but yeah. If you have donations, go ahead and read more. You got a minute to do it.
I actually do not have donations at the moment, but
You guys are killing me right now.
I could take this time to talk about one of our sponsors.
Go ahead.
We have Gaming Generations here at Smash the Record. They are known for providing things such as consoles, monitors, CRTs, stage lighting, and other equipment to marathons and tournaments and things like that. And they've been very helpful with providing us for Smash 4 as well as Super Smash Bros. Melee. We also have Rivals of Aether here as a sponsor. Rivals of Aether is a competitive indie fighting game for PC and Xbox One. Choose a rival to bring into story mode, or take your combat skills online and challenge your friends across the world. Learn more about the game at rivalsofaether.com. That's rivalsofaether.com. Or follow Dan on Twitter at Dan Fornace, Fornace.
Also, this right here is Shaft. We're going to have a encounter with him in the next level. The next level is actually really cool conceptually because it's a boss rush. And I say conceptually because it's an absolute joke with Maria. And you'll see that hopefully when I actually do it. But knowing, again, how I'm executing my attacks right now, this could, you know, flop. I could be a buster on stream right now, and I don't really want to do that.
Instead, we're just going to go fast.
The cool thing about the bosses, though, is that they're all the bosses from Castlevania 1. So, you know, if you've played Castlevania 1, you'll be like, oh, I've fought these guys before. They're a little bit different, though.
That's interesting, because most games, when you do a boss rush, it's the bosses you've already played against.
Yeah.
Yeah, but instead, they're just like, you know what? We're going to do some something different. It's pretty cool.
So let's just roll on over there. All right, and that's the Dark Priest Shaft. All right, so this first boss normally would be a problem because he's a bit random. However, if we do this just right, we can actually manipulate him and he will do the same thing every time. And I kind of missed one of my attacks. That's not a big deal, though. Yeah, so if we stay in that direction and hit him a certain way, he will always go to the right side. Otherwise, he just kind of flies all over the place. These bosses are a lot easier, though. This is Medusa. That was Medusa.
Guardian Knuckle OP, dude.
It
costs nothing?
It costs nothing. You
There's
don't
no
lose health,
MP in
no
this
hearts, or no hearts, no, you know, magic.
That's pretty sick.
It's great.
What is this, Akmadam?
No, that is the Mummy.
I think his
And
name's
that was the
Akmadam.
Mummy. Whatever his name is, he's dead now. It doesn't
He dies
matter.
just as quick in Symphony of the Night, so it's okay.
All right, and this is Frankenstein. Just gotta back off a little bit. That was Frankenstein. Yeah, so all those bosses you may have struggled with in Castlevania 1, Maria puts them down in seconds.
I'm pretty sure that was Frankenstein's monster, not the, unless he was the scientist who ends up making Frankenstein.
I hope he's not. I hope that's just the monster. I don't know actually what they call him in the game. I'm just gonna call him Frankenstein.
I think they just call him Creature.
We're not here. We're not here to be correct with our literature references.
No.
All right, so this is Shaft. He's a little bit random, and he went the bad way, so hopefully this isn't going to be too bad. And he does these spell things. One of them is really annoying, which is this lightning one, but he's not going to get casted. And remember how I said all the last attacks they can do before they die can not kill you? That is the only one that can. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it's kind of bad if it happens, because you have to fight... Luckily, if you get to this point, you only have to fight Shaft again. But if you die at any time during the boss rush, you have to do every boss over again.
That's annoying.
It's just kind of weird that his final attack is what kills you and not any other one in the game. So now we're going on to Stage 7. Stage 7 is the clock tower level, and it's really fun, except for like one part. So we're just going to kind of roll across this bridge right here and hopefully not get hit by bats. If we get lucky, we can basically just roll past everything and no bats will get in the way. We only got one bad spawn, so that's not too bad. But now this is just a lot of platforming here. Actually, didn't mean to do that. And we do have to make a little stop here. Gotta watch out for that little ghoul right there. That bird has a key, so we're just gonna kind of take it from him. I can't get that health. But this key is going to be used to rescue the first maiden in the game. As I've said, there are 3 that we have to rescue. And if we do this room particular way, we can just get right through it really quickly.
Nice.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Shoutouts to Scavenger, by the way. He's a Castlevania runner who found or kind of came up with a lot of strats for this category when I started finding new stuff for it. And for also telling me about that strat and how to do it, because I could not figure it out for the longest time. This is another cutscene, because, you know, there haven't been enough of these already.
At least they're anime, you know?
Do a percentage of completion. I think it's might be necessary for one thing at the end to unlock the last secret stage, but I don't know 100% what unlocks that stage. So with this route, we are going to actually beat the main game first and then go back and do the secret levels. For some reason, you can't do secret stage 5 until later, or until like a certain amount of things have been done in the game. It's kind of interesting. Just going to dodge over him. And if we run past this screen fast enough, we'll despawn that enemy. Alright, we're going to do another double jump sequence break right here. And I don't have a lot of hearts, so this boss fight's going to be a little bit spaghetti, so hopefully we can do the best we can with it. There is a way to do it with lower hearts that I'm not as familiar with, so I'm just going to grab some extra ones just to stick with my guns. Or in this case, my birds. If I can actually get them, pretty nice. But yeah, remember that priest shaft we killed in the previous level? Yeah, he's not done with us yet.
Yeah, Shaft has he just likes coming back.
He just doesn't die.
No.
He's kind of like Dracula.
But he's not Dracula.
Alright, so the thing with this shaft though is he spawns zombies of other bosses, and that's what?
What?
Okay. That was cool.
Yo, you just got a wombo combo.
Dude, yeah, shoutouts to Zombie Dragon. Wow.
He knocked you into his own fire,
Yeah,
back into itself.
That was some shenanigans. Alright, well that's unfortunate.
Has that ever happened
No.
before? Of course. One of those marathon
Yeah.
luck things.
So yeah, this is Shaft's ghost again. And we're gonna try and get him this time, hopefully.
Yo, but Zombie Dragon. Yeah, Shaft wasn't doing anything. It was all Zombie Dragon. He's getting carried.
Yeah. So I'm just going to be a little more cautious with my position here, and I'm still going to get, you know, whooped. This is going really bad. That's fine, though. We're just going to play it a little safe. Not everything goes perfectly. Alright, so that took longer than it should have. Apologize for that. But now Shaft is dead for good.
Dead for good.
And now we're going to fight the final boss of the game. Prepare to be really disappointed. Of course I say this, and with this kind of thing happening, now I'm worried that, like, Dracula's going to kill me somehow. Theoretically, it shouldn't happen, but...
I mean, I didn't even know that Zombie Dragon could do anything other than just be annoying.
Alright, so we're just going to pray ourselves to the throne room, deal with Dracula.
This looks familiar.
Yeah. If you've played Castlevania before, you might be familiar with this scene. You might also be very familiar with this attack pattern.
Wait, is he going to teleport and then shoot fire?
Yeah. But it gets better. He's going to do it 3 times, and guess what he's going to do the 4th time?
Shoot more fire?
He's going to shoot a different kind of fire.
Yeah, the Hellfire. Yep, there you go.
Alright, so that was a little bit slow. You can actually do that in 3 cycles if you time it perfectly, but obviously I didn't time it perfectly, so... Uh-oh. My TV's freaking out right now.
Whoa! I'm not sure if you guys saw that, but that was pretty sick.
But yeah, this is the final version of Dracula right here. And that was Dracula. That was the final boss of the game.
The TV is
The TV
not
is
liking
freaking
this.
out right now. I don't know if it's visible on your end, but...
That's pretty sick.
It's just like it's flickering. Alright, so yeah, there's a really great cutscene that happens at the end of the game. Unfortunately, it's a little long, so we're gonna just soft reset the console and proceed with the run. Because now we've beaten the main levels of the game, we now have 2 more maidens to rescue, and those are going to be in the secret levels of the game. For those of you that aren't familiar with this game, there are regular levels and secret levels you can go to.
Vor langer Zeit lebten
Just pick this. Select Maria, go back to stage 1. So we're going back to stage 1 in order to actually unlock the secret levels. But if you remember how Richter's progression went through this level, you can see Maria doesn't have nearly as much trouble. Just a little bit faster. Come on, there we go.
That scream.
But yeah, we're gonna just kind of go by here and ooh, what's this? Gonna dodge the ectoplasm, hopefully, and boom. Yeah, there's a whole other place you can go. But this is also going to not only lead us to the secret route of the game, this also is going to give us a different boss. This boss is a little bit tricky. There's a little bit of RNG involved in it, so hopefully we can get the quick kill on him because that would, you know, be really nice considering how many mistakes I've made in this run already. But it can be a little bit tricky.
You can see Dracula's castle off in the background.
Yeah. Technically, we already beat it, but we're back for
it's
more.
still there somehow.
All right. I missed that? How? Okay, that's cool. Well, hopefully I get good damage here. That's not good damage. That's the opposite of good damage. All right, so this is going to be in a really bad boss fight. So unfortunately, I didn't get the quick kill. You can kill him when he's doing the attack where he's kind of raised and he spits water at you. But unfortunately, I didn't get a lot of damage and I missed my first dragon attack on him, so it's whatever. But he wanted more, so that's actually good because I didn't take any damage at all. I think it's kind of funny that the games, as a speedrun, penalizes you for playing good.
It's like, for those of you who know, like, Sonic, like the classic Sonic games, and why they do in-game time as opposed to real time.
Yeah, that's interesting enough.
Yeah, just because the score bonus takes longer because you go fast.
But now we're going on to the secret levels. This is Secret Stage 2. There are a number of ways to get out of this, but we need to take the route that's going to take us to Secret Stage 3, because if we go the wrong way, we'll actually go back to Stage 3. Normal Stage 3.
Yeah, no one wants to go to normal Stage 3.
No.
We already been there.
We've done our business. That was bad.
Yeah, that guy, nah, I think that guy was just good.
Yeah, the fun thing is if you just like jump at him at the right time, you'll always dodge him. He'll always do the same jumping attack, but you'll go right over it as he does it. Alright, so those are gargoyles. That was the only annoying one in this entire room, so thank God we got him first try. He will either go up or down, and if he goes up, if he goes down, you'll dodge your attack, and that's a pain to deal with. Oh wow, what? Shenanigans. So we're gonna go down this way because this is the secret route to get to Secret Stage 3. There's actually another way to get to Secret Stage 3, but if you go that way, you don't actually get the percentage completion for this level. You actually have to beat the boss. But the other route you can take is useful for any % New Game Plus, because it is faster. And we just go around him. So this next boss he's not particularly hard. There's one part of the fight that's rarely random, so hopefully it's not too bad. But everything else is pretty consistent. This is the Bone Golem, I think is what it's called. But there's 3 phases to this fight. They're all really, really short, as long as we land the attacks. There we go. Second phase is the part that's annoying, because he can do a couple different things here. Hopefully he gives me... Oh, yes, he gave me the good pattern. That's good. So when he just stays straight like that, it's really convenient, because otherwise he can start moving up and down and it becomes harder to hit him. And I can't use a lot of hearts because I do need to save 5 for the next level. Alright, that's the boss.
Easy peasy.
Very easy. But anyways, we're going on to Secret Stage 3 now, and this one is pretty easy. There is a maiden in this level we have to rescue, though, so we gotta make sure we do that. But there's also a gigantic purple skeleton we're gonna have to deal with at the beginning. This is why we want to have hearts, because we still have Dragon. Dragon uses 5 hearts, so we need at least 5 to use it. And in just a second, you'll see why it's useful for this in particular.
Shout out to the sprites in this game.
Yeah, they're really nice. You have to hit all 3 of those eyeballs, and conveniently the dragon's hitbox is just big enough to hit all 3 of them. But at this level, there's not a whole lot that's going to happen. If you have donations, go ahead and read them. Because I got another cutscene coming up too.
Okay, we have a $20 donation from, I'll read it as they have it, sexual underscore Tyrannosaurus
Oh,
underscore.
shoot, it's Rexy.
Whoa, this run is just like my Japanese cartoons. PogChamp.
Rexy's a cool guy. Yes, another cutscene. This is the other character I don't know the name of. She's a nun, so I just call her Nun-chan.
Shoutouts to anime.
Yeah, shoutouts to anime.
She didn't even walk, she just slid into frame.
You gotta love, you know, the animations of cutscenes from early video games. They're great.
Hey, at least they tried to do cutscenes in this game. They tried something different.
You know, for what they are pretty nice looking. This is my favorite part, by the way.
Did she try to say Bon Voyage?
I don't know what she says there. I think she's saying that I'm a vampire hunter. But it's kind of compressed and muddy, so kind of hard to tell.
Good game.
Gotta get rid of that guy, because otherwise he's really annoying. So, in order to get to the next secret level, we actually have to take another secret route here. So we're going to use these gigantic spiky balls to clear boulders right there. I think this is one of the cooler secrets, because it's like, you see the boulders that can be cleared away, you don't really know what to do with them, but this next boss is really annoying. He is very random. Luckily, if we can do a certain thing, and attack him a specific way, he shouldn't give us too much trouble. But the possibility's still there. So we're just going to attack him over and over again, and if we attack him without stopping, he won't be able to teleport. Because otherwise, this boss is very random. He's not particularly fun to deal with if you don't know how to stop him from being random. And again, we're just taking damage to, you know, reduce our life so that the score at the end is shorter and we save a few seconds overall. That was Secret Stage 3. The next one is Secret Stage 4. This one's actually pretty cool because there's a really unique trick to this, and you will only see it in this category. It's also one I found by accident, but I'll explain it when we get there. We gotta wait a few seconds to get there. Also, there are frogs on this level.
No.
These things are really not a problem unless you miss them, because then they just kind of do things, and you can get like hit multiple times by them. Yeah, birds and frogs, best Castlevania enemies. So the trick coming up is in this room. It's called Bridge Clip. Normally you're supposed to hit a bunch of frog statues to lower a bridge to the next secret area to rescue one of the maidens. But for some reason, I found this on accident, by the way. This is what I'm talking about when they just kind of do damage to you. If we stand in just the right spot, we can just clip right through. And what we do is we crouch, do an attack, and then once the attack animation is over in a specific spot of the bridge, we will actually just fall right through.
Great programming.
According to what I've been told, the reason that happens is because Maria's sprite shifts down like 2 pixels or something during that animation. So in just that specific spot, you can fall right through. And this is the last maiden of the game. She's really happy to see Maria. Also, yeah, remember what I said? She's got a little scratch right there.
Oh, so sad.
You know, after fighting death, dragons, and all that things, she still has just a little scratch.
Are these cutscenes different if you
Yeah, they're different if you play as Richter.
Oh,
Yeah.
These are obviously, you know, the more kawaii of the alternatives.
Yeah. I actually don't know if any of them are faster with Richter. It's just like everything else is faster with Maria, so
It doesn't make sense to just switch for specifics.
I kind of want to try doing an 100% run using Richter only just to see what it would be like. But yeah, we just died there. That was actually intentional because it gets us back up here faster. And now we're going to take a little ride. This part's an auto-scroller, unfortunately, but it gets us to the next area to get to the next secret level, which is actually the last level in the run, which is also the worst level in the run, but we'll explain that in just a second. If you have a donation, go ahead and read it. Also, if there's no donations, reminder that you guys should donate for Chillin' Dude's Shadow Mario diss track when his run happens tomorrow. I promise it'll be worth it. Alright, cool. So now we gotta take this little ride over here.
It's the ferryman.
Yep.
Oh, he doesn't have a voice actor in this game? That's sad.
No.
The voice actor in Symphony of the Night is hilarious.
Oh, I love it. Like, him and the Librarian are my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
So we have to get this little key right here. If we do lose the key for whatever reason, though, there's a really convenient thing where you can go to the ferryman and he'll give you another one. Just kind of consider it. But now we're going on to another really easy boss. We're fighting the succubus, also known as, I think, what's her name? Like Camellia or something like that. Carmilla or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't remember my Castlevania names, to be completely honest. I just know that there's enemies that I like and ones that I just hate. This is one of the ones I like because it's really easy. Oh, shoot. Okay, I did take damage there. That's good. I want to take a little bit of damage there because... Come on, stop kissing me.
That's awkward.
Yeah. So... Yeah, the boss is easy, and that's kind of nice because the next level in the run is the last one, but it's also the absolute worst because there is a lot of things that can go wrong, and you have no control over it if it does. This is Secret Stage 5, and it's also got a really good music, which kind of makes up for it, but there's a lot of things that happen randomly, a lot of randomly spawning enemies, and if you just get really unlucky, you'll die. Oh, I missed that attack. That's fine, though. Oh, that's not okay.
Wow, that guy is really good at his job.
That's spacing, dude. See, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. If I had just waited a little longer, he would have killed me. But yeah, this is some good music.
Again, we're back on a boat because reasons. Or maybe we're not on a boat yet.
I thought that mermaid was going to spawn, and I got one fireball coming behind me.
Yeah, this level looks
I've had a lot of runs just die purely to bad circumstances on this level. And this is probably my least favorite room in the game because it's not even the hardest, but when something goes wrong, it's really demoralizing. These are the Medusa heads you want to worry about in this game. Also, those yellow ones will turn you into stone. This room's not too bad. There's bats, but they will always spawn wherever you are at a certain time. So you can kind of manipulate that. I did poorly there, so. But they're not really a problem in this level. And then we just got this bridge we're just going to roll through. It's going to get really laggy, though, because there are those eyeball enemies, and they have a lot of sprites, so the game just gets really slow. And that makes getting around a certain enemy here a little trickier. Not really, actually. The game didn't lag that much. That's kind of nice. And now we're into the final gauntlet. This part of the level is the absolute roughest because there is a lot of enemies and a lot of things coming at you. That was bad.
Hurts.
And I only have a little bit of health left, so let's hope I don't die.
Oh.
All right, we're in the clear. Get ready on time. And... time. All right, so what was my time?
It was 41 minutes and 17 seconds.
Considering the RNG, that wasn't bad.
Not bad, let's go.
Yeah, that, just to clarify, the reason the run ends there is because once you get through that door, you get the 100% completion on the file. Like, you don't actually have to beat the game to get the 100% at the end.
Yeah, this TV, it can't handle the game.
Can't handle the anime. But anyways, thanks everyone for watching. If you like Castlevania, there's more of it coming up here with Mr. Dragon Blitz behind me, so that'll be a good run. Stay tuned for that.